Be the change. Nobody's perfect. Everybody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Everybody's perfect. So, why would I talk about being the change over and over again if everybody's perfect? Because, yes, we are perfect the way we are, but sometimes we hold things inside of ourselves that is not benefiting your life. It's not benefiting how you feel about your life. It's not benefiting what you do with your life. And it's not benefiting anything how you live your life. Because those things that we sometimes do not wish to see, these are the hidden aspects of ourselves. And so it's not on the outside. You cannot change the things from other people. You can go inside and you can change things inside of yourself. That's where the true work lies. That's where the true change lies. And that's where your gift lies. So, unless you go within and you untangle the tanglements that you have created there from before, nothing is going to change really in your life. And your life is going to look pretty much the same as it does at the moment. And if you're very happy with your life and you wouldn't want to change anything, then this channel is not for you. But if you do want to change things, if you want to feel better about your life, if you want to be able to go out and make changes or like make decisions, do things that you always dreamed about doing, if you want to be adventurous and you want to listen to your own authentic self and you want to learn how to do that, you want to learn to engage with your emotions again, allow your emotions to be your guidance system. And if you want to be able to find your inner stillness and your inner peace, then this channel might be for you. I'm trying to approach it from a fun standpoint with using cards so that I can touch upon things that come out of like random things in a way, to make little stories or to see different aspects that is human, and also possible to change as a human. Being the change is fun, see, because your life can change so much. And we have boundaries. Reclaim your space, your inner and outer, and energetic boundaries. This is major. Like boundaries are major. I know boundaries are very, very, very important. I grew up having absolutely no boundaries. People were allowed to come in and take my body whenever they wanted to. They were allowed to come in and tell me to do things whenever they wanted to. They were allowed to come in and disrupt anything I was doing and tell me to go do something else. They were allowed to do these things because that's how I was raised. And so I didn't learn anything about boundaries until I was an adult. And so learning to set boundaries, learning to say no, like even the universe sent me books, like a book in the mail, like learn how to say no. Because I would always say yes to things because I felt guilty. I felt like a bad person. I felt like I felt horrible. Like saying no to things made me feel horrible. And so whenever people, I rather want to stay away from people so they didn't ask me about things, so I didn't have to feel horrible, right? So instead of doing that, it's smart to find a way that you can be okay with saying no, taking back your authenticity, taking back your autonomy, taking back your right as a person to say no to the things that you don't want. How do you know these things though? Well, you got to know how you feel about things. So you have to learn to know yourself. Like it's always back to know thyself. And this aspect of knowing thyself has to do with the boundaries. How do you set your boundaries? You want to make sure that you don't have to say yes to things that is not going to enhance your journey. Like you have your own journey. Everybody has their own journey. You have your own journey. You have your own spiritual growth to do on this planet. Your soul is already in a process of learning to awaken, learning to grow, learning to do all these things. Your soul is already on that path, and boundaries might be one of the things that you need to learn in order to take your time back, to take your energy back so that you don't get drawn into everything. Trust me, I've been drawn into so many so many weird scenarios, so many weird situations. I've been drawn into them because I couldn't say no. And there you are, all of a sudden you can find yourself in really dangerous situations too, which has also happened because I didn't have any boundaries and I thought I had to say no, yes. So learning how to say no, you can say no to anything that you don't want in your life. And it's your right as a person to say no to things. Setting boundaries, energetic boundaries, like Sometimes we feed other people our energy. When you focus on them, you think about them, you focus on them, you think about them, you focus on them, you think about them, all your energy goes to that person. So we want to be able to reel it back. And this is part where being in the moment, being present in the moment, the right now, right here and now. If you bring yourself back into yourself in the moment, you are no longer feeding anybody out there all of your energy. You are basically just sitting in your energy with the divine. It's a big difference. It's a big shift from always allowing your energy to go to different places. So reeling it back in, taking back your energy. You're going to need all of your energy to learn how to set boundaries. You're going to need your energy in order for you to be able to know thyself, to have the energy to go within and untangle the things that we have tangled up. You are going to need your energy in order for you to make plans for your future. You're going to need your energy in order to take care of the people that you have in your life. You're going to need your energy in order to manifest the dreams that you have in your life. You're going to need your energy. So we don't want to give it away for free. Like it's your commodity. You can always, like from the present moment, meditation, the present moment, you can always fill yourself back up. When you come into the present moment, it's like a never ending, always fulfilling cup in the present moment. Boundaries, learn how to set boundaries, research it, find points, find people who talk about how to set boundaries, find coaches on YouTube that talk about how to set boundaries. You're going to find someone there who is speaking your language and who is able to give you that aha moment, understanding the things that you have given away by not being able to set proper boundaries for yourself. Inner child, the childlike joy, the inner child. Nourishing the inner child, setting boundaries, nourishing the inner child. Play and laugh and be silly. Heal the child wounds, the child within. A lot of us have children like wounds from being children. How can you heal your inner child? Only you know your journey. Only you know what happened in your life before. Only you know what you need to go back and adjust from there. But and having boundaries, setting boundaries around yourself, setting some space up that you can go within and take the time to be with yourself and sit with yourself. Because to be with yourself and sit with yourself, it requires some kind of stillness. And if it's too busy around you, you won't be able to find your focus. So if it's too busy, you got to create some space in your life, in your home, in your day, like where you can sit with yourself and feel the things that are going on inside. Talk to your inner child, write a letter to your inner child, whatever happened there that maybe created a blockage, or like maybe go back, like in my instance, I would maybe go back there and teach the child or talk to myself as a child that it's okay, you can say no to that. You don't have to, they're not allowed to just come through the door whenever they want to and take your body. They can't do that. That's not allowed. It's actually illegal and they could go to prison for that. And so there are things that you can go in and you can adjust as an adult to be able to embedded into your system again, that these things are not allowed. It's not okay, and people are not okay to do that. There are different things, there are different violations that happens when we grow up, when with people, not just the family but also the group of people that you surround yourself with when you go to school or kindergarten or whatever, growing up. And there are things, there are places you can go back and you can talk to yourself as an adult so that you relearn, you reteach yourself these things as an adult and embed it within yourself and allow that child to be seen. You see yourself as a child. It's healing deep wounds within yourself. You have compassion for yourself as a child. You heal those deep wounds where you never maybe got that when you grew up. You have respect for the child's emotions, like your own emotions when you grow up. So you can go back and you can talk about that to yourself as a child, and you can then embed it into your being that yes, you are allowed to feel the things that you feel. Yes, you are allowed to be respected for those things that you feel. Your feelings are equally important as those people's over there. And so you have to relearn these things. If they always overtook your boundaries or overstepped your boundaries, you have to find your place in your adult life. These are the consequences of growing up on planet Earth, is what I like to say. We all have consequences in our day-to-day life today from growing up, and it can be different wounding from different places, people, things, whatever happened. And these are just wounds, consequences of our life. As adults, it's our responsibility to go in there and to work on those consequences so that we don't pass it on to the next people and the next people and the next people, to breaking the cycle. And divine timing, setting boundaries, nourishing the inner child. Be childlike. Be childlike. Why not be childlike? That is when you have the wonder for the world, and you are excited, and you have these just like lighting up for the little things in life, and being appreciative, not having the okay, when is it gonna come in and hurt me? When is it gonna come in and let me down? When is it gonna? And then you have this resistance as the consequences pile up as you get older in your life. You create these resistance in your life too. So now you might be holding it back. I'm not going to trust this yet because I don't know if it's true. Like it might just be my imagination. I've been living with this for like 10 years, more than 10 years. So for me, it's always been true. I don't know it until it appears in my reality. I am not going to really believe in it. And so there are things that we're going to have to work on as adults to be able to go with the flow. And here's divine timing. Divine timing, trust the universe, follow the flow, have patience, and look for the signs. And with these signs, it is, if you're like me, you talk about these things, and you're like I'm on here, I talk about seeing the signs, I talk about these things, how you can, how the universe can talk to you and all that stuff. And so be aware that if other people has agendas on your life, then they will use that as a manipulation technique. You will know the difference because the divine doesn't come in and try and manipulate you. The divine doesn't have to come in and manipulate you. The divine will pull you in a direction that is matching your heartstrings. It's matching your soul. So whenever you feel pulled in a direction where you have resistance to it, and there's resistance to it, it's probably, possibly a manipulation on the side. When you feel drawn to something and you feel this passion burning, and you feel this newfound feeling of, whoa, that was a good feeling, and then you walk in that direction, that's your direction. It doesn't matter what's going on there. You have to connect with your inner emotional center so that you can be emotionally intelligent and emotionally aware enough to know what way, what direction is yours to take. It's not always obvious what is your path in life. It's not always obvious. Sometimes you have to really go within and trust that inner guidance system, because it might look different than what the world would expect you to do. But if you look at the world and see what they're doing, they're not doing so great out there. So there's got to be some different way. So trust your own road, trust your own way, and trust your own path. And always listen to the cat. Margie, she's back. Boundaries, so important, and divine timing. Taking the time out to set yourself up for success. Set yourself up for for success. Set yourself up for healing. Set that time apart. Set some boundaries around your space so that you can have the space and the peace and the quiet, so that you can sit there and do the work that you need to do. Because once you start untangling these things that you have tangled up inside of you, that's when you're going to see that in divine timing, things just all of a sudden starts working. And you might just awaken that inner child by doing that inner work today in your space behind your boundaries. You are going to reawaken the childlike wonder of your life. And that's exactly where you want to be. That's when life starts to be fun and silly and fun. Professional assistance. It may be time to seek wise counsel. This could be in any life area, from legal or financial advice to more personal needs such as counseling or therapy. And counseling and therapy is great, like because first they're not allowed to talk about it, so it's confidential. Whatever you say in there is supposed to be confidential, and you're supposed to be able to trust the therapist, so you can speak openly with them and you can trust them. Also, professional assistance, you go there for a period of time so they can follow your progress, they can follow you over time. So this can be a very smart thing to do in order to learn about boundaries and learn about how to set them in your own life. Then you can come in with all of your examples, how you live your life, what you do with your time, who you're spending your time with, where you feel overstepped, where you feel belittled, where you feel victimized, where you feel like people are coming over and taking over your time, your life, so that you all of a sudden you don't have your own voice. You can talk to these professional people about these things. You can lay out your life. They can help you sort it out for you and help you guide you along your way. And so professional assistance to start setting good boundaries around yourself would be a very wise investment in yourself, in your future self, is going to love you for it. Your child self is going to love you for it. And in divine timing, all the things that you are looking for is going to come to you very easily in your life. That is the promise. If you walk the path, then things will come to you in divine timing. Esther and Abraham Hicks says, your financial decline will not elevate the impoverished. You cannot get poor enough to help the impoverished people thrive. It is only in your thriving that you have anything to offer to anyone. If you want to be of help to others, be as tapped in, tuned in, and turned on as you can possibly be. And a very smart step would be to create boundaries today. And the beautiful light in me, it honors, it loves, and respects the same beautiful light in you. Till next time, namaste.